Welcome to Fondy Famous. I'm your host, Kelly Northley with eXp Realty. Today I'm here with Peter over at McNamara and Tiel Insurance, and he's going to tell us a little bit about himself.
Thank you, Kelly. Peter Bellender. I've lived in Fond du Lac since 1999. Grew up in Illinois. Sorry, I am a Bears fan, but I do root against the Cubs. So, 2 children. Owen's 21, Duncan's 12. Living with my girlfriend in St. Peter. Involved with hockey and baseball. Been here at the agency for 15 years this August.
All right. So, coming up on a big one, huh?
We're getting there.
Maybe they'll take you out or something, do a little celebration.
And I forgot to tell you, I do love long walks on the beach. As you can tell by the color of my skin, we just got back from Mexico. Fun, relaxing vacation with my family. 14 of us in an all-inclusive. It was a good time.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. A little jealous you didn't take me, but that's all right.
There's only so
Next
much you
time.
can fit in your suitcase.
Clothes or Kelly? Next time. So Peter, if you would just tell us a little bit about using an agent or like versus going online and just typing in and getting a quote.
So the advantages of using an agent, such as our agency, we've been here since been around since 1974. So this is our 50th anniversary.
Okay.
We have 18 licensed CSRs and agents. The CSRs that we have, Carrie does our claims. She's dedicated to claims. Dina Reed is our dedicated commercial CSR. Then
Customer service representative.
Customer service representative, right, CSRs. And then to finish out with all the rest of the ladies, Anna, Beth, Brittany, Tina, Sarah, and Sue. They're the oil that keeps this agency running. Mm-hmm. The ladies, everybody's licensed. So you call here if your agent isn't available or you just want to talk to your agent. All the CSRs are licensed, so they can give you sound financial or sound insurance advice, and they can make changes.
Okay.
So we don't have somebody just to answer the phone and then transfer you. We don't have voicemail because we like to keep it personal.
It's very impressive.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's been that way since day one.
Okay. No voicemail. That's strong. So we recently, maybe not too long ago, about a year, had some water in our basement, and
the water backup.
Or I think it was our sub pump, if I'm not mistaken, had some water damage. Tell us a little bit about what that looks like as an insurance agent.
So there is an endorsement you can purchase on your homeowner's policy or condo policy. It covers home and personal property in event of water damage, failure of a sub pump, or water coming up through the sewers.
Okay.
So it starts in nominations, typically $5,000, $10,000, goes up to, some companies will give you about up to $100,000. And it really depends on how much finish you have in the basement.
Yep.
Where my old house, my house, there's nothing finished, so it's washer, dryer. There's a little room there. When they when they come in and they fix it, they take the drywall out 18 inches from the highest point.
Okay.
Bring the fans in, get the drywall out, dry everything out, and then the contractor comes in and replaces the drywall and the flooring. And then you have the mattress.
Yeah.
The mattress that has to come out. So there are discounts if you have battery backup.
Okay.
There's also water monitoring and shut-off equipment that you can purchase. Typically a plumber will install that for you.
Okay, but it is an extra endorsement. It doesn't just come with...
Correct.
Okay.
It's an extra endorsement, and it varies on price. The companies are pricing it by where you live. The actuaries, they do their jobs, and if you're in some type of floodplain, they might not even offer it to you.
Right.
So.
Yep.
And then to go along with the water backup, there's a new endorsement service line. That's going to cover underground utility running to your home, such as power, sewer, cable. That's going to cover from the easement to the house. So the exterior limits are 10,000 or 15. Some companies offer 20,000, but it's pretty new. So if you live in like the middle of the city, where our houses were built in the mid 50s, some of the piping and the sewers, they're starting to rot. The trees are taken care of, and the city's not going to pay for it. So it's going to come back to the insurance if you have that endorsement. And again, it's endorsement that does cost extra.
Right, but it saves you so much in the long end.
It can save.
You don't need it unless you need it.
It's realistically to have somebody come out and just dig, it's going to cost you $5,000.
Right.
So.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd also mentioned a little bit on teen drivers.
Teen drivers, it's every parent's worst nightmare. The kids get their, they go through their driver's ed, and then they get their keys, and it's their freedom, right? It's their first real true step of freedom of not having mom and dad over their shoulder. But it comes at a cost. People always ask us, what's the cost? We can't just tell you the cost anymore, because again, actuaries there's so many variables, and every company's different.
Yep.
But to help with cost, try and get your kid a vehicle that's liability only, that you don't have a loan on it.
Yep.
Something that's a little bit older. Get them that driving experience. We talk about, young people and older people. As you get older, in the 70s and 80s, your reaction time is that of a 16 or 17-year-old that's just learning how to drive. So they do cost quite a bit of money. Just for savings, good student discount, 3.0 or better, whether it's semester or cumulative. Sometimes kids will have a bad semester. They take a harder class load. So it can fall back to cumulative.
Okay.
And then,
do you guys have the cameras that go in the cars?
There are companies that offer that do the they follow you around.
I had one of
the
those.
Telemetrics. Well, the telemetrics is really becoming more popular with companies.
Okay.
And they probably are. There's a potential of them using that information for passing along to different industries. Mm-hmm. Some people like it, some people don't.
Yep, and that's where they stick it in your car.
Correct.
And,
It's actually now more so an app on your phone
Okay.
than the old sticking into the testing thing.
Gotcha.
Students away. We have college students. If they don't have a car with them, typically it's 70 miles. Some companies 100 miles, and you get an extra discount on that as well.
Okay.
And then the big thing, the GDL. Graduated driver's license, that's when a new driver has their driver's license. I think it's the first 12 months. If they do get a ticket, it's double points. And that could add up really fast, because a lot of times if it's one ticket, it's typically two, and their license most of the time will be getting suspended.
Yeah.
So
you know how I didn't get a ticket on the way here?
Yes.
I wasn't that lucky in high school.
So the key with young drivers is getting them to understand to keep the phones down.
Yep. Don't speed.
Don't speed and stop.
Yep. Fair enough. And now you do a lot with businesses, local businesses.
Yes. So I've over the years I've become pretty fluent in the bar and restaurant side of commercial insurance. And this year I'm trying to kind of expand that.
Okay.
But one of the coverages that most of the companies offer is the business income service interruption. That's a loss on commercial business. When power goes out, businesses start losing money. So the endorsement will start either immediately, 24, 48, or 72 hours. The companies that offer that that have that waiting period of 72 hours, they do. Most of them will offer an opportunity to buy that endorsement out, so it starts right away. Some companies require that power outage to be within 500 feet of transmission. There are other companies that it doesn't matter. Local commercial company, theirs starts right away, and it doesn't matter if it's the power outage is something close or something far away.
What if it's only a couple hours? Like a few businesses recently have lost for a few hours.
A few hours it could kick in if it's something that they could that they'd want to talk to an adjuster about. But typically, again, insurance is there for when you're at your worst, right? When you have a claim or a loss. But it's also not a maintenance.
Yeah.
Kind of back to our conversation earlier, we were talking about the roofs, and the way the roofing is being insured on insurance policies now is totally different than it was even 5 years ago. Because are the insurance companies responsible for hail damage on a roof? I mean, the policy says yes now, but we'll see what it says in a few more years.
Dang.
But the endorsement can be used, and most of my clients understand that if it's temporary, a couple hours, most of them won't bother, but it's there.
Right.
And I've seen it had to be used, and you know, you go 2 days without power. That's a lot of money for a small business owner.
Huge.
You know, and there's no deductible on it, which is great. You know, so there's less money out of the pocket there. So, so it's it's a fun time to be an insurance agent right now. The industry is at a generational hard market. You know, these companies. You know, the state of Wisconsin was typically always one of the least expensive to insure a house.
Right.
You know, when you guys moved back, you know, you guys moved back last year?
About a year and a half ago.
About a year and a half ago. And you were starting to see the prices starting to rise. We're probably, by the time of this market settles down, we'll be in the middle.
Yep.
Hailstorms, tornadoes, you know, went through again.
Yep.
So, and snow in April.
Yep. Had to brush off my car on the way here.
Yep. And then kind of going back to the beginning, water backup. Make sure your gutters are cleared. You know, around the house, try and get the standing water away from the house.
Yep. Remove the snow, the wet snow. Yep. Okay. Cool. Well, where can people find you if they're looking for an insurance quote or to learn about you?
We can be found at mtins.net. We are located at 201 Wisconsin American Drive, right across from Aurora Medical Center, behind the Hive. Hi, Erica. I'm on Facebook, Peter Bellander. I'm on Snapchat, Twitter. I'm FDL Insurance Guy. Instagram, Peter Bellander. Our phone number 920-923-2626, or you can email me, peter@mtins.net.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for telling us a little bit.
Absolutely.